一 that's one， 二 that's two， 三 three， 四 excellent boy， 人
说一杯佳酿飘远方，胡同里酒香醉人肠。当老生调的夕阳回荡波浪滚响，北京的土著有一点点感伤。有我一个人蹲在墙根儿，没人嘚儿，眼睛愣着神儿，心中纳着闷儿，怎么今天的我这么没有精气神儿哟？好像写个词儿写丢了魂儿哟。大清早路边的馄饨摊儿，一个板儿农骑着板儿车，拉着板儿砖上班，豆腐脑1块钱一碗，风声中飘着京韵大鼓的小段儿，喝一碗豆汁儿，就一个胶圈儿，青花瓷罐跟着卖洋香的油渣儿，胡同口的小贩吃着冰糖葫芦串儿，旁边的茶馆摆着一张马三立的相片儿，钢笔喷身，喷笔纹身，单笔叠身 ，waiting for your confederation， 一放好多年它还是这么跟呐，北京的土著 pay attention。
Okay, by the way, anyone need water? Need a bottle of water. Excuse me, anyone need a bottle of water? You good? Okay. 站累了蹲着，蹲累了坐着，坐累了躺着，躺累了趴着，趴累了睡着，睡不着眯着，养一只八哥是倍儿有面子。Yeah, make it like a column. Yeah, cut it out. Yeah, like a small pudding. Like a small pudding. If you got it so sticky, you can just spray some powder. You know. 狗不理的包子儿，切个满了半截儿，光一个甜圈好似神仙。就在那有俺们的旁边，就一只狗不理的门脸儿，切个满了半截儿，光一个甜圈好似神仙儿。切一片西瓜4、5两，真正的包皮脆沙瓤当。是甜的烟熏不被遗忘掉。说一杯佳酿飘远方，胡同里酒香醉人肠。北京的土著有一点点感伤。切一片西瓜4、5两，真正的包皮脆沙瓤当。是甜的烟熏不被遗忘掉。说一杯佳酿飘远方，胡同里酒香醉人肠。北京的土著有一点点感伤。You need to follow me. Yeah, this gentleman over here, he's going to give us a story about this area, the Hutung, the old building, and those iconic buildings in Beijing. Come on, let's go that way.
这个钟鼓楼在这儿已经有将近800年了，它比故宫要早150。
The bells, the drum tower and the bell tower has been standing over here for like 800 years. The history of those two towers are even older than the Forbidden City, which is about 605 years old. So 100 years, 150 years older than the Forbidden City. This way over here, do not get separated from the group, from the family. Over here, this area is called a Hutung area. Hutung refers to the small, narrow alleys, and there are many traditional houses are built in this area. They are called 四合院 or old courtyard house. They have been standing in this area for a couple of hundred years.
And this area is especially preserved by the government as a historical heritage.
在2008年以前，这里面都是商家和普通的居民居住。
But before the year of 2008, there used to be a lot of merchants and many stores in this area. But they were taken down and replaced by the normal house.
所以北京为了奥运会和中轴线迁移，所以他把这边的人都给请走了。这以下的砖和石都是800年前在这里的。
So below this layer of the bricks, and this area has been standing over here for 800 plus years. From the ancient, from Mongolian occupation, from the Mongolian dynasty.
Like
The Yuan dynasty.
the Yuan dynasty.
Yes, which is established by those Mongolian people. They set up Beijing as their capital city as well.
Not Genghis Khan, but Kublai Khan.
Kublai Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan. Okay, follow the shade.
是吧？
Be careful with the traffic. Gentlemen, you just mentioned about the convenience store. There's a convenience store over here. What do you got to do? Do you have a WeChat or Alipay? If you want to grab a bottle of water over here. Here is much quieter than that square, which stands behind the drum tower.
您，咱分享一下中轴线吧。
行，没问题，没问题。
王金明，我是中轴线和北京电视台还有壮美中轴线共同聘请的公益形象代言人，长得很丑，但是很好玩。
您这很精力很旺盛。Okay, by the way, this is Mr. Wang. 您在这边住了多久了？
将近70年。
He's been living in this area, the traditional part of Beijing, for more than 70 years. And he is like a popular, like a storyteller for this area along the central axis.
生活工作都在这个地方。
Yeah, has been living and working in this area.
在这个地方呢，我想给大家分享一下老北京城的中轴线。
He'd like to share us the story about the old Beijing city's central axis.
老北京的中轴线，你们问问朋友们，是哪个方向是东西啊，是南北啊？
So when we are mentioning the central axis, whether it is east and west or north-south. So which one? I just mentioned earlier. Yeah, north-south.
老北京的中轴线就是现在咱们站的这个位置，看到2个门了吧？这条中轴线就是这样，特别直的。
So this is the straight line. It is called the central axis.
我们现在在中轴线的最北侧。
We're standing at the northern extension of this central axis.
它的最南侧从永定门向北到达前门，从前门到天安门，从天安门到达地安门，从地安门到达钟鼓楼，全长约7.8公里。
We started from the southern end of the city. We're located at the southern part of the city wall. We're 7 kilometers away from here. And it travels along the Tiananmen Square, Forbidden City, and Dianmen, where used to be the northern gate of the imperial city, and here to the drum tower and bell tower, and travels 7+ kilometers.
这条中轴线有多直啊？南北方向，咱都如果去过故宫，知道太和殿。太和殿里有一张龙椅，皇上坐的椅子。这条中轴线可以把它一分为二。
Who's mentioning about the dragon chair or the dragon throne where the emperor seated on the most important palace in the Forbidden City? So this straight line it goes very straight. It can divide that emperor throne into halves.
这是老的北京城的中轴线，现在我们仍然使用的这条中轴线。那么就是说，中轴线以东就叫东城区，中轴线以西就叫西城区。
We're still, this central axis still plays a very important role, which divided the city into 2 halves. The one located on the east, which is called a Dongcheng district, like a borough. And over here on that side, there's a Xicheng, like a western district, western city district of Beijing. So divided the city into 2 halves.
从开始建北京城，也就是说正经是从元代开始建设，一直到明代建设城，都秉承着一个特别重要的原则：南北方向分别叫大街、小街儿，东西方向叫胡同。
So the city was established about 800 years ago during the Mongolian occupation. So when we're talking about the street standing on either north, south, or north, they are called 大街, means avenue or boulevard. Or the small narrow street standing on the both sides of the central axis are referring to the hutong. What we are having now, hutong. Hutong means the water well in Mongolian. Because in each community there's a water well for water supply to that community. Now they're called the hutong.
这个胡同特别有意思。现在我的左手边，也就是东侧这边呢叫草场，咱们的西边叫德胜门。为什么呢？在古代冷兵器打仗的时候，是不是大军未动，粮草先行？所以这个地方存了好多的草。
So back in the day, this area is called a 草场. 草场 refers to like a storage house for storing the grass and for the like a horses, war horse consumption. And that area is called the victorious gate, wishing the warrior, the general, the army will make a victorious journey when they go out for fighting to the battlefield.
咱们也接着走，咱们就走下。
Let's go and follow him to that way.